Captain on the bridge.
Alright, Captains, we are back on the bridge, and today we've got some things to go over from the Star Trek Online official Twitter feed. So, on screen. Yes. Captains, we don't normally go over the patch notes, but because we thought there was something else we could sort of go over in the Twitter feeds, we said, why not? So, here we go. Star Trek Online will have PC maintenance tomorrow, which is the 19th. And estimated downtime is 2.5 hours. You can find the patch notes here. I thought this was pretty interesting. So, patch notes for January 19. Check out all the exciting changes. And it's only for PC. So, Captains on the PC bridge, again, this is for us. Resolved an issue with a bridge officer ability called Call Emergency Artillery, which was able to apply a critical hit but do no additional damage. So, they just increased it a little bit more for more pew-pews, goodness. And of course, that is from the command spec ability, but we'll go into that a little bit more in a bit. Resolved an issue that prevented the Shorts Terran 2 lower body option from correctly unlocking with the Mirror Universe bundle. So, Space Barbie fixed. Yes. Resolved an issue with the Task Force Operation Storm Chasers that was causing repair drones to spawn too high. Added additional safeguards to prevent protected duty officers from being donated accidentally. Resolved an issue where the levelless icon was appearing on items that could be stacked. So those are the changes, and of course the one of note is this, Call Emergency Artillery, or CEA. We go here to the blog here. It is a command power, so Call Emergency Artillery is a command bridge officer space ability. It summons a number of artillery ships that will fire on the targeted foe, dealing kinetic damage. So of course this is a power used in the Torp builds that we use, and also part of the Torp quote-unquote meta. But again, it is a command spec. So with that said, we're going to quickly go to the Stowe Bridge and show this. We're just in a private red alert here, just to show off the power here and what it can do. And I actually have some 2 ECs to share, of course, as well, along with it, because it would be nice if they would make a subtle change. But I know, if I'm not mistaken, there is sort of a randomness to the actual ships that come and help you when you actually use this power. So when I use it, that's what happens. Artillery vessels, usually it's Defiance. And what always bugged me about it, oh, little lag, of course. What's a game with Stowe without little lag? That's some huge lag. We'll just go here. As you can see, it was 3 Defiance. Just beam out of here. But just thought I'd show that off. Apologies, it was lagging there. Of course, it would lag when I'm recording. We'll just get out of here quickly. But yes, the only issue I had with it is you'd call in Defiance and it shoots like missiles. It would be really nice if they would just fire double quantum torpedoes. I think it would just make more sense. Maybe add just for cosmetic flare quad phaser cannons, just because, but that's just me. Again, maybe something to bring up to them and see if they can do that, just so that it helps the immersion just a little bit. So I thought we would show that off quickly. So we'll get back here to the main Twitter feeds. So that's going to be changed tomorrow. Apparently they're going to upgrade, or not upgrade, fix it so that it is actually applying additional damage. Because, you know, we need more DACA. And Captains, you know, yesterday with the release information of the 2 new ships incoming, there were some pictures that were shown off by Thomas, and that's kind of the other thing that we wanted to go over here. So we'll go over here. So this is one of the tweets here. I'm also very proud to share more images of the compiler Dreadnought, conceived as a baby V'GER. The compiler is a brand new ship designed by Hector Ortiz. So shout out to Hector Ortiz, inspired by the ultimate living machine modeled by Tobias Richter. Intake work by Mauricio Tejanira? Oh gosh, I probably butchered that. I'm so sorry. But just wanted to look at this quickly to get a little bit more look at this interesting ship that we're going to be getting for the event ship. Again, it's free if you do the events. It's something that it'll be nice to have in the fleet and maybe use a couple times. It is pretty massive ship. It actually is a little bigger, I believe, in terms of overall volume than Enterprise J, but it actually almost as wide as, or just a little bit more. So kind of interesting picture there. We get the spikiness, and now there are some people say that this actually reminds them of a ship from another franchise, and I think they mentioned on stream that it does actually take some inspiration from that, I believe, when I was listening to 10 Forward. But again, this middle part was kind of interesting, and he actually tweeted about that as well here. Is that here? Oh, no, we have to go into the thread here. The thread here. So here's Hector's concept art for the compiler, along with the eye structure inside V'GER from Star Trek, the motion picture that inspired the compiler's look. So again, I love these little tidbits here, of course, of how they get to where they get to in terms of giving us ships. And you can see here kind of what they were going for. And they said that they want to sort of have a little galaxy almost inside that eye picture here. And there's V'GER there off of Spock's helmet there. That's kind of what they're going for. Interesting. They went for that. And again, it's kind of nice to have a little bit of insight on that. So again, appreciate the information, appreciate the little tidbits there, Thomas. Love it when he does that. The other one, of course, you know, captains, we are excited to go over is the World Razor. Yes! So more images of the new World Razor temporal op Juggernaut coming soon to Trek Online. Originally seen on a painting in Star Trek Picard Season 2. This is the ship was designed by Sean. Tobias Richter built the still model, and Mauricio, here's another shot at this, Tijerina brought it into the game. So huge shout out to you, Caps, and thank you so much for bringing this. And again, I didn't think, there's a lot of people that didn't think we'd get this ship at all because it was just in the painting. But thanks to Sean, I know he's actually been showing a bunch of these pictures on his Twitter feed when this ship was shown in that one episode. But again, it's interesting. From that one episode, we actually get this. And I'll say this, it's not the prettiest thing, but I don't know, I want it. There's just something about it that I want, and it could be just the overall galaxy, it could be the many mounted of pew-pews that we can have here. Like, look at this. There's, look at this. There's one here, right in between the saucer sections, one below it. And there's 3 more mounts here on this side, 6, actually. And like, this is crazy. And you can have a torpedo launcher, and of course there's a command ship too as well. So this is something that definitely we're going to be having fun with. Again, I would still rather prefer that the deflector would be on the secondary hull, and maybe put this armored look here, and maybe, you know, lower this down if this is meant to be a hangar bay. But it is what it is, and that's why we kind of use the Cygnus to sort of pay tribute to the World Razor, because it did have the deflector here, and that's the Cygnus from the 12th anniversary bundle. But again, very, very interesting ship design. Not the prettiest, but sure. And one of the best things too is we can actually kit bash this with the existing Galaxy parts, not the Gal-X, but the Galaxy parts. So it'd be interesting. I'd like to see the configuration of this saucer, maybe the Cygnus saucer. No, this saucer. The Venture hull. The reason why I like the Venture hull is because the neck, the Venture neck, it actually has it squats down, it lowers down the profile of the saucer, but it also is more beefy and extends all the way to the back. And then mess around probably with the deflector, maybe just keep it the way it is, and then see what nacelle/pylon configuration will work. But of course, when we get this, and yes, definitely we are getting this, we're gonna mess around with this and have good old fun. So next shot here, there you go. There's more shot of the nacelle there. So I like these nacelle. I have to say, it kind of reminds me of the Cheyenne's nacelle, those kit bash ships from TNG there. But nothing too different here other than the pylons and nacelles, obviously. And again, we get the mounted weapons on top there, the saucer too. So something that the Gal-X had. So we get to have that more pew-pew goodness there. I wonder if they'll give us an option to take out the deflector on the saucer, but if not, whatever, it's okay. Nice little action shot there. We might use this for our thumbnail for this video. And yeah, so again, it lowers, so these pylons lower the profile of the warp nacelles here. And it would have been nice if these things actually had a battle, like this had a battle mode where the side pieces of the saucer would kind of go in and out to expose the weapons. I would have been down with that. So anyways, captains, thought we would go over that and really end it off here geeking over the World Razor. I know, again, it's not the most prettiest ship, but for some reason we want it and we will get it. And when we do, know that we will obviously show the build here on the YouTube bridge. But with that said, captains, like the video, comment below, let us know what you think of both of the ships. And of course, subscribe here to the YouTube bridge, and we will leave it on this note.
Live long and prosper.